Thank you, Yaakov, for the kind introduction. I'm proud and excited to be here with you as a representative of Israeli innovation. And I'm not sure if you know, but we are in the midst of the largest revolution the automotive industry has seen in the past 100 years. And we at Mobileye are lucky to be the center of this huge revolution. So let me show you about our technology. What we do, we understand the driving scene. So we developed a single camera-based system which runs on this small system on chip. And we're capable, take one slide back. We're capable, as I said, to understand the scene. When I say to understand the scene, it means we can detect the vehicles, we can detect the pedestrians, traffic signs, traffic lights. The green area is the free space that the vehicle can locate itself. And with this technology, we're capable to do today, from the simple application, which is lane departure warning, auto braking before vehicle and pedestrian, and up to semi-autonomous and autonomous driving. We achieve today, next slide, we achieve today unprecedented position where 95% of the automakers have chosen to use our technology. And this is the list of our customers. And since 2014, where Euro NCAP started to push for regulation for auto braking before vehicle, the penetration of our system is already on exponential curve. So we have already over 12 million vehicles installed with our system in the world. And the company today concentrated in two major trends. One trend is evolution of our business, which is supporting regulation that started in Europe. The Koreans and the Japanese followed very similar regulation. NHTSA, United States, announced already that are going to follow very similar regulation, which is auto braking for vehicle and pedestrian, and it's going to be wider and wider. So this is our major business for the next 10 years. But more exciting, and I will call it megatrend or revolution, is everything that's related to autonomous driving. And I want to use a few minutes that I got here to talk only on autonomous driving and how it's going to change our life in a very near future. So I want to invite you to a personal ride on our vehicle. So we just pushed one button, and we set up what is the maximum speed that we want to go. The system can do bypass automatically, as you can see on the video clip. So the system checked that no car is behind us, that there's a free zone in front of us, and did the bypass. As you can see, the driver is sitting, not touching the steering wheel, not throttle, not brakes. Next example is headway. We set up, let's say, 100 kilometers per hour, and now there's a vehicle entering in front of us, which is slower than our speed. So the vehicle will adapt the speed accordingly. Braking before red light, the system will detect the traffic lights and will stop autonomously before red light. An example of autonomous braking before pedestrian. Next example is very challenging. It's urban driving at night. We detected pedestrian at crossing, zebra cross. And if you want to be envy, I'm driving this car more than 2 years already. And if you will see somebody driving from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem with open newspaper, by the way, really, it's Jerusalem Post always, it's most probably will be my car. So it's not so far away in the future. It's really happening now. And we announced already a few months ago that we signed strategic agreement with BMW that by 2021, the first fully autonomous vehicle will be commercially available on the roads. So it's really happening today. And it's very important to understand how it's going to change our life. I believe that the wave of autonomous driving is so big that nobody can stop it anymore. I personally think that in 2 decades, it's going to be illegal to drive anymore. Because we, the drivers, surprisingly responsible for 93% of the car accidents. And when I'm talking about car accidents, it's already reached epidemic level. We're talking about 1.5 million fatalities every year. I call it a modern epidemic. And we're talking on top of it, additional 50 million are injured. Not to mention more than $500 billion cost due to car accidents. So this is one force that's pushing to take us as drivers out of the loop. The second very big force that's pushing it, we're wasting 400 billion hours in commuting. This is kind of wasted time. So autonomous driving will create much more efficient time while we are commuting from A to B. So the first implementation in the next couple of years will be autonomous shared mobility. So we will order a vehicle, it will come, will pick you up, will pick others on the way. The cost of this mobility is going to be 1/3 of what we have today. So less people, so more and more people will decide not to have cars anymore. It will start in the cities first, and then outside of the cities. Some analysts believe that the number of cars on the road will drop to half and even less, because all the transportation will be much more efficient. We will not own cars, and we don't care about the brand of the car that we are driving on. And the cars will look completely different from what we used to do. It's going to be a different shape, much cheaper car, no accidents. And the way that we are going to change the world is very, very substantial. That's why we at Mobileye feel lucky that we are at the center of this huge revolution, which I believe will leave a tremendously positive impact on our society. Actually, I feel more privileged that we have this opportunity to influence mankind so significantly by saving so much lives. Thank you very much.